Why is peace important for Afghanistan? I believe that America's endless war should end for everyone, including Afghanistan. 50 years of constant crisis has destroyed the social fabric of the countries. In addition to death, bloodshed, displacement, brain drain, and Afghans have lacked economic opportunities and access to healthcare and education, and have been unable to realize their full human rights. So first, I would like to provide some fact and figure. Based on our AWNG search in October 2020, there are 4,002,700 legal and illegal weapons in Afghanistan. Women's lives are greatly affected by this reality. Men with guns prevent them from going to school and university, and they have fear to talk about their human rights because they think that there will be they face gunshot violence. Same research indicates that 30% of women have been warned by men with guns to stopping them from going to school and university. And over 90% of women who have gun in their household, they are frightened to speak about their human rights. Second, Afghanistan have about 7 to 8 million landmines in the country. The result is disability, widows, orphans, and et cetera, trauma, et cetera. So demining is another important factor of Afghanistan peace and stability. Third, the war in Afghanistan has been bad for all civilians, but women have been affected seriously by war, and they have faced high level of inequality, gender-based violence, and other attack on their human rights. So what do Afghan women and citizens want as an outcomes from the peace talks? First, the peace talks, the peace process itself and any resulting agreement must be built upon a foundation of justice, inclusivity, and transparency if it is going to be sustainable. To build this foundation, the root cause of the violence and instability must be examined and addressed. In addition, a detailed implementation mechanism should be worked out before signing the agreement. However, we, the civil society women, hopefully have been better organized, at least at the level of advocacy, and release letters from multiple angles to different influential addresses, such as world leaders, women leaders, leaders of regional and Islamic countries, in addition to writing of articles, posts, organizing interviews, roundtables, meeting the civil and political activists of the regional countries, and also organized panels around the diaspora at EU and US level. And there are some of the key points that we are collectively raising. First, Afghanistan constitution should be base for peace negotiation, as it is the voice of the people. People concerned should clearly translate the in peace agreement with no ambiguity. 50% of the peace agreement has been failed. Only 13 of them, which has women signatory, have been sustainable. The realization and institutionalizations of the right of the war victims of both sides should be addressed. We must view the Afghanistan peace as an agreement for, by, and with the Afghan people. They should be fully engaged and approve it. But it is it's also must address the external dynamics, including the regional countries' interest, and Afghanistan international allies such as UK, EU, and US. Second, women's political, legal, social, economic, and educational rights, along with their rights to live free from all form of violence, must be in the condition of all international aid. Third, the reintegration of Taliban should be sought out carefully for sustainable peace building, such as formation of united government, disarmament, and security sector reform. Any new government formed should be based on Afghanistan constitutions and the practice of democracy. Afghan wants peace with dignity. through strengthening democracy, employment opportunity for underprivileged citizens, women, youth, and minority in particular. Afghan citizens do not want a rushed political agreement that ultimately result the collapse of the country. Therefore, our UK support has Afghanistan strong allies of development process for sustainable peace, for sustainable and positive peace building is significant. But to get the peace process on track, the first things that must happen is an immediate and comprehensive ceasefire by all parties during the peace talks. Tolerance and deep analysis of the situation for complete ceasefire should be part of the layout of Afghanistan peace-building strategic plan with short-term, mid-term, and long-term strategic objective and all the steps and process. Protection of rights of citizens based on Afghanistan Constitution, Islamic Republic government based on Afghanistan Constitution is the citizen demand. Development aid must be provided to support Afghans as they build peace and security. Aid investment to software support, such as education, in particular, male and female secondary and higher education is critical so that people be better organized to deal with their situation wisely and with patience. Investment on peace education and life skills training for mothers and daughters has community approach awareness raising about demining should be part of the peace building process strategic plan. And I think otherwise, investing on victims of landmine and ordnance weapons cost will be multiply high. If need be, an independent UN NATO mediator to facilitate the peace negotiator, or perhaps Afghan's independent peace council. Investment on returnees and displacement is a huge need to give them home. There are 4 million, over 5 million, about 5 million, sorry, of returnees and about 9 million of displacement. Prevention and mitigation of return back to war needs to be looked out. At present, 20 insurgents are living in Afghanistan. The security force needs to be strengthening because they are replacing the 150,000 of the international coalitions, and they will not only save Afghans, but also the region and the Afghanistan international allies. And finally, Afghan diaspora around the world should be proactively engaged in peace building process. And UK and host countries and United Nations should play a proactive role for their engagement. Thank you.